Well, hey, Fat Guy Flies RC coming to you. Well, you've watched my, from the man cave, you've watched my unbox and pre-build of the FlyFans L-39 in the camo black diamond livery, camo version, black and white. And as you can see, she's perfectly balanced. So since we are going to address that right off the bat, 90 millimeters back from the leading edge root of the wing. She's sitting perfectly. This is with a 2700 4S or 6S in it. So you can see she balances. Let me show you what that looks like though. All right. On the underside of the wing, you're measuring from the this little angled part here. That's the wing root. Okay. And then you go strict 90 millimeters back. And if you see these two black dots that I have drawn in with a Sharpie, from right there, basically where that seam is, straight back is 90 millimeters. And if you put your fingers right there, that's where I've got them. She balances perfectly right there with a 2700 6S with a 40C discharge. And let me show you where I have that on camera. And that's where I've got it. If you look, there's partition in the wood there where the strap is adjustable. Directly, I'll do a line directly across it. If you put a 2700 6S right there and go back, she'll CG perfectly. Now, that means you've got room. You can get up to a 3300 because you got room. You can go back some. However, your strap's going to stop here, so you might want to maybe put another strap in somehow, put some holes or something, or some good Velcro. But that's where your strap's going to end. And so I think a 3000 about as much as you're going to want to put back there, just for a matter of securing the battery. Now I got a AR631 back in there with the antenna routed backwards because there's nothing in this area here. The EDF's way back here. The ESC's way back here. So this is basically all dead area here. So that's great for the receiver. Your gear is in the wings. And if you make sure that your strap, that the knuckle part of the strap is on the side, because if it's on the top, then the canopy won't close. Okay? Now, let me go ahead and show you the gear. Suspension gear. Very nice trailing link suspension. It's definitely got some give to it. Let me back the camera up a little bit so you can see more. Okay, it's definitely got some give to it, and I mean that's a nice. This is a great looking model, and look at how bright these landing lights are. Okay, I mean they are bright. There's lots of lights on here, and it's still very bright. I went out and taxied this thing in the driveway. It lit up the whole yard. I mean it's very bright. Now, as far as the build goes, these two antennas just push in. I don't have them glued in. The black goes in with the black livery. The gray goes to that gray side. It's obvious. Go back in there. They're just pressured in there, and they're substantial. Okay, the build is not a problem. You slide the tail in, hook those two servos connector. They're light to light, dark to dark. You got the little locking pins in there, like they put in a lot of these. And the rudder's already hooked up. It's already part of the fuse. And then the two screws, 2 millimeter. It's these little. You get an extra screw. It's these little 2 millimeter hex drive screws. You get one extra. 2 hold the tail in. 4 hold the wing on. And you're done. You just fish. There's a nice hole there. You fish your wires from the gear and the flaps and the ailerons through, and everything's labeled by channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, not aileron rudder. So you just have to know your channels. However, there is one problem with the build. Okay, the screws that go in from the wing that holds the wing on, there's 4 placements where you're going to put screws in. Okay, when you put these screws in, be very careful not to over tighten, because there's just on the inside of the fuse, there's a plastic clip that holds the little brass, little metal housing that the screw's going into. Okay, this one back here, the glue was loose. There wasn't enough glue, and I pulled it out by hand, re-glued it, set it back in, and by God, that wing went in perfectly. But I had the hardest time getting that screw there to line up. I mean, I must have fought with it for an hour. Finally gave up, took the entire wing off. All these other three went in no problem. But when I discovered that, I re-glued that section, put it back in. It was obvious. It was not a problem. They just didn't have enough glue. And that housing that the screw holds had worked itself loose a little bit and had glued in place out of line. So make sure that you visibly look at your 4 connection points and look at the connection points within the fuse. Do they feel secure? Or are they movable? If they're movable, go ahead and pull them out and re-glue them back in. And when I did that, that wing went on perfectly, like an E-Flight model or an FMS or an Aeros model. Drawbacks of the plane. The plane feels very light. That right there had a crack in it, but I can glue that. The tape is kind of see-through. These decals are kind of see-through, but that's minor things. Okay, that's minor. I might have done that unboxing it. I don't know, but that's an easy fix. But the fit and finish and the look of the plane, the fact the whole thing's painted, not decaled on, is great. These decals they put on with these stars, you can see through them. I think that's kind of cheesy. Not that big of a deal, considering the fact that you have a 6S flying RC jet with flaps and lights and retracts and trailing link retracts at that for $199. I think that is an awesome deal. Okay, so let's go over the settings. Now, they give all the settings in percentages. Okay, they give it to you in percentages. I like, they give it to you in fractions. I like my settings in percentages because that's what I do on Spectrum. So, to show you, let me move this prop balancer out of the way. To show you my rates, I'm just going to tell them to you. Okay, my high rates are 90% throws on the elevator and the ailerons with 30% expo. And that's what that looks like. Okay, and my mid rates are 80% with 30% expo. And that's what that looks like. And then my low is 70, okay, with 30% expo. Now, my rudder, 100%, 30% expo all the way around. All right, I have installed the AR631 receiver, so she has safe, okay. Did the forward programming on her. I put her in safe mode. Okay, look, she will try to right itself right. Look at that aileron. It's holding its position. The elevator is holding its up position. That would self-right the plane. Now, here's the AS3X mode. You're thinking, well, let me turn the prop up a little bit to activate the AS3X. She's got more than enough power. All right, here are the gyros. Now I've got them turned way down, but when I turn the gains all the way up, a lot of correction. So I'm turning it back down, just a little bit of correction. Okay, so plane is beautiful. It taxis really well. Let me show you. I don't know if I showed you the gear or not. I'm sure I did. I repeat and leave stuff out, but gear tucks away nice. Comes right back out nice. I've taxied her on the driveway. She's got plenty of power. Let's just show you. Motor on, gear up. All right. Let's just give you a little thrust demonstration here. Definitely slightly better than 1-for-1. She definitely wanted to do a little bit better than holding her own weight. So that's a better than 1-for-1. So there you go. That's the overview, the basic radio setup. Oh, the CG, I told you, CG is 90 millimeters back from the leading edge root. Be careful how your strap goes in, because otherwise you'll your hatch won't fall, or your hatch won't close. Nice strong latch. Everything on the plane looks great, and everything was the stuff that was already, the flaps and the ailerons, everything looks bench trim. Of course, I won't know how truly trim they are until I get it in the air, but yeah, I'm very pleased with it. So well, again, next time you see it with this plane, I'll have a maiden for you. Folks, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And there again, that is the FlyFans L-39, the black diamond livery. And from Banana Hobby, $199. Can't beat it. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless y'all. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends. And real cool looking jets.